government should not have any proprietary interest or vested interest. It's not going to be a closed system. So we welcome linkages, we welcome additions, similar to the traffic navigator which we launched several years ago. It's connected with a TV station, similar to, I'm suppose you're familiar with our MMDA traffic mirror. Live stream po yun. Live stream po yun. Ang latest baby po namin, yung MMDA River, Pasig River Ferry App. Nandun po yung ruta ng ferry, nandun yung mga station. So, wala pong problema doon. If it will upgrade and enhance the delivery of public services, I have no problem with that.
Okay.
Last question, please.
Thank you. Question?
Also, I would like to commend the chairman for the various apps. So we've been using it very much and very well, especially for the traffic updates, and the BPO industries have been benefiting from it. My question is, should you be able to train the BPO industry? We are only human, so to speak. Do you have a counterpart equipment that disabled bodies would be able to use during the disaster that you have just mentioned?
We have limited resources and material when it comes to disaster, especially earthquake. But we are in the process of upgrading our capability, and this would include robotics and your top-of-the-line extricator systems. Right now, we utilize this in Negros and Bohol. We utilize some cameras, rubble cameras connected to laptops. We now have a well-trained group of K9 assets, which we also sent to during that Bohol quake, and they were very effective. But of course, we cannot say that we have enough resources. But when it comes to training, we can provide the equipment for the trainees to use. Yung pong mga nakalagay na, yung nakikita niyo mga nakalagay na container vans, nakakalat, ang laman po nun ay mga earthquake rescue equipment. Kung ano man ang mangyari, kung hindi na tayo magkita-kita at na-train na kayo, at alam nyo gamitin yon, gamitan nyo na lang ho ng bolt cutter para masira yung padlock, nando na po sa loob nun ang lahat ng gagamitin. Meron na po doon mga cadaver bags, meron na po doon mga lines, meron na po doon mga gamit na paglalagyan ng dextrose. Kompleto po yun. Yun po yung mga nakakalat nating mga similar to the ones you see in front of Channel 7. Yun po yung mga yan.
All right, thank you very much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have some FaceTime with the chairman, and at this point, we'd like to acknowledge our sponsor for this afternoon. Without our sponsor, we won't be able to have this particular event, and we're very thankful to KMC Mag. And they prepared a presentation actually, and I'd like to call on if the presentation is ready. Okay, all right, and ladies and gentlemen, from KMC Mag, I'd like to call on to do a presentation, Mr. Mike McClaw, the Managing Director of KMC Mag Group.
Thanks everybody for being here today. The chairman's speech was very interesting. Metro Manila would be a very scary place in a big earthquake. I'd also like to thank some of our other sponsors, JPM, PLDT, JPM, Gideon and Javier right here. They've built out over 2 million square feet of office space. PLDT, we know those guys. They're powering the BPO industry. And ePowerGen, who's not here, but they're giving away some freebies. So real quickly, who we are. This is my business partners, Greg Kittleson, Amanda Carpo Rufino, and myself. We're up there on the top of a Sun Life building. They have a green rooftop, one of the first in the Philippines. It was actually the first green building Green buildings are great. They help with water recovery, stop the flooding, and they contribute to less heat. KMC Mag Group, we've been here 5 years. We won an award recently, ranking us the best real estate agency in the Philippines. We've leased out about 1,000 square feet, sorry, 1 million square feet over the last 5 years. We are members of a lot of the other prestigious organizations. That was me 5 years ago, giving away free lemonade, hopefully only to the girls. We're part of Savills, which is a global real estate services provider. They're in about 85 countries, about 500 offices, and they're all over Asia Pacific. Next. This is our team. Again, this is on the green rooftop at Sun Life Center. Our toilets are actually flushed by the water that's collected here on the roof. This is some of our services, which we'll just go through real quick. Again, tenant representation, that's kind of what we do best. That's what we do the most of. We work with a lot of the companies here in this room. We help them find their next locations, their offices, great locations for the BPO employees. Investments, consultancy, and research. Go ahead. A lot of residential services. We have a dedicated expat housing team. They're familiar with the more premium buildings. Asset management, we property manage NAC Tower, and we also do almost all the facilities management within that building as well for appointees. We do project, actually, this is like project marketing. This is a project called 81 Xavier. It's out there across from Xavier School. And we also do project management. One of the biggest projects we're working on right now is a 44-hectare Manila Bay Resorts project by the Okada group for Tiger Resorts. Something unique about us is we run serviced offices, so we have about 6 locations now, 2 in Makati, 3 in Fort Bonifacio, and 1 in Ortigas. We also have a dedicated hotels and leisure team, island resorts, development, marketing, sales. Next, some of our clients. We're made up of 3 actually organizations. KMC Mag Group, Kittleson and Carpo Consulting. They do legal accounting services, recruitment. Go ahead. And again, we help many of the new companies entering the country with their incorporation, legal, tax advice. We get them set up. KMC Solutions, they run the serviced offices, swing space, seat rentals, incubator space. Okay. Here's some of our locations. We're in SMR Tower on the 11th floor, brand new, just opened up. Really great location. We're in Sun Life Center, Piccadilly Star in the Fort, Rufino Pacific Tower, because my partner is a Rufino, and V Corporate Center. We're opening up there next week. It's a brand new building in Salcedo Village, also Union Bank in Ortigas, and that's about it.
Okay, last 2 questions, ladies and gentlemen. Please do take advantage of this opportunity.
Mr. Chairman, thank you again for joining us. But quick question for me. The only topic we haven't really covered that's interesting is the traffic situation in Metro Manila, Mr. Chairman. So your plans, programs, thoughts about traffic management.
We can talk about traffic for the next 3 weeks. And probably we will not be nearing the end of the presentation. 3 weeks ago, or a month ago, the city of Paris implemented for the first time its modified number coding scheme. Paris, in France, first world country. For a car owner, you will be able to utilize, based on the last digit of your plate number, your car, you will be banned from using it twice a week. The city of Paris realized that volume reduction is a key element in decongesting traffic. City of London is implementing a congestion pricing scheme. The same is true with Singapore. Before you enter the central business district, you have to pay a certain big amount. We don't do that in the Philippines. We don't do that. We don't have a congestion pricing scheme. We don't have a double number coding system, just like what they're doing in France. Before the start of the Beijing Olympics, the city of Beijing implemented a modified number coding scheme, more harsh, odd, even. The same system was implemented prior to the implementation of the Los Angeles Olympics, including a very harsh track ban. What is the situation in Metro Manila? When I assumed office, the number of cars registered in the National Capital Region is 1.9 million. Right now, we have a record high registered number of vehicles, 2.4 million. I have always argued that for a Metro Manila, similar to the size of Seoul, Metro Manila is 636 square kilometers. Seoul is 636 square kilometers. For Metro Manila to be efficient, we must have a road length of 5,000 kilometers. Seoul has a road length of 6,000 kilometers. What is the road length right now of Metro Manila? 3,035 kilometers. Kulang talaga. You increase the number of cars, yun din yung state ng ating road network, hindi talaga magkakasya. We're building a new road space. Skyway 3, 14.4 kilometers. We're building a new Daang Hari extension that will end up in XLEX, 5 kilometers. We're building an AIA elevated expressway connecting the 3 terminals, 5 or 6 kilometers. So where do we get the gap of more than 1,500 plus kilometers? Help me think of finding solutions. So that this solution is, one, to modernize our transport system. I mentioned this a while ago, and modesty aside, I was able to revive the Pasig River Ferry system in a matter of 3 weeks. We now have that. MRT, LRT, not my turf. DOTC. Volume reduction. With some subcompact cars coming in monthly, all brands, paano naman mababawasan yung sasakyan natin? Padami ng padami. Pag-graduate ng anak, bibili na ng Mirage, bibili na ng kung ano-ano maliit, di ba? Hindi na mababawasan yon. And you ask me to solve this gargantuan gridlock. It would be probably easier for me to solve the 7.2 magnitude quake. I was the one who proposed, if my memory serves me right, for a 4-day school week. I was the one who proposed for a flexi-time schedule, similar to the efficiency that you're doing, night work. I was the one who proposed for a different schedule for government offices. So these are part of the creeping solutions which I throw left and right. But all of these efforts would probably need more than just solutions coming from government. The private sector, our zoning ordinances. Ano man kayo nakakita ng inabot ko na lang ito. Lahat ng malls natin ay nasa EDSA na. Diba? Lahat ng ating condominiums ay dinikit na sa EDSA. Ayoko nang banggitin yon. Just came from Chinatown. 3 new structures. 50-story high buildings. 300 cars per structure. Eh, saan paparada yun sa Santa Cruz at sa Escolta? Talaga magkaka-traffic po sa Jones Bridge, MacArthur Bridge. Not to mention the current penchant of repairs. Kasi matagal ng overdue, right? Yung interview sa akin kanina, yung Espanya repair. So lahat pong ito, pag pinagsama-sama natin yung ganun dami ng sasakyan at nandun pa sa showroom, ay talaga mahirapan tayo sa traffic. Truck ban. Yung truck ban natin, we have a moratorium right now that would end noon of Tuesday before the start of the World Economic Forum. More than 7,000 trucks going to the port area. Ang gusto nila, i-lift na lang. Mahirap po yun. Mahirap po. It has always been the practice, New York for instance, of big cities, high growth area, to have a daytime truck ban. It is just a matter of adjusting the working systems of our warehouses, of customs, of Philippine port authorities, of our exporters, of our importers, na pwede naman magtrabaho sa gabi. Hindi naman po kailangan na 5 p.m. tapos na. And you know how efficient your workers are, even during the so-called graveyard schedule. Pag-a-adjust lang po yun. Yun po yung kailangan natin gawin. So traffic again, to answer your question, how do you solve this? I don't have the solution. I don't have the solution. I don't pretend to have the solution. What we are trying to apply right now is an upgrade using technology. We have upgraded some of our traffic signals using sensors coming from Spain. But more than those technological interventions, I think we need the cooperation of all. We need the cooperation of all. Car manufacturers, this is probably the time to revisit the progressive car manufacturing program. At magdadagdag tayo ng bagong modelo. Twice a year na ho, dagdag ngayon ng, hindi ko nababanggitin yung modelo. Twice a year na ang pagdagdag nila ng modelo ng sasakyan. Hindi pa kasama ho doon yung mga motorsiklo. Nagagawan pa nga tayo sa plaka, hindi na maka-imprenta ang LTO ng plaka dahil sa daming bagong kotse. Di ba ho? Traffic solutions, probably even after the end of my term, baka hindi pa ho ako nakabigay ng concrete traffic solutions. But the proposals coming from DPWH to finish C6, which will end up near Batasan and Bulacan, to finish the Laguna Ring Dike, proposals coming from DOTC to add more coaches to the LRT, MRT. These are urgent. Next month, the franchise of the Philippine National Railways would expire. It is about time perhaps that Congress, in extending the franchise of PNR, should be able to put in place a system wherein this would be privatized, similar to the Shinkansen in Japan, to allow the private sector to run efficiently the Philippine National Railways, which used to be the first modern railways in Asia, with the central terminal in Tutuban. It's probably timely that we modernize our railroad using private sector initiative, and the same goes through with the Pasig River Ferry. It's not just, it should not be MMDA running this, but the private sector, similar to your East River, Hudson River ferry system in New York, or in Bangkok, or in Singapore, or in Hong Kong. So a lot of the solutions would probably be coming